It is an era of turbulence, a time of uncertainty. The world is changing. Kingdoms emerge and prepare for war. Welcome to Fantasia.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. My name is Klautos, and welcome back to the next chapter of Fantasia. And if you look in here, you'll notice something a little bit different. Since we updated this world to 1.14 finally, I decided to go ahead and regenerate some of these swamp chunks just to see what the difference is. And yeah, I like it. We have all this grass in there now. That's way cooler than the 1.12 swamp that is like nothing. Now, the downside of being in 1.14 is that my world generation algorithm that I came up with no longer applies to new chunks. So when I regenerate them, it goes back to a default rather than the algorithm that I came up with. Which means that when I regenerated the chunks for this dark oak forest right here, it's now not up on a big hill, but it's down here, which in this case, I like it. I kept that one up there on the hill and all those back there. But this part, I wanted it to be down here, so I regenerated it just to check out how it looked, and I really like it. So, yeah, so that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy being in 1.14 now. And, oh, there's our castle. Oh, look at it from back here. It looks awesome. Look at that. We're going to go over there in just a little bit. Check out the castle. Huh? So I have this wool. I have this wool on me. And the reason why I have the wool is because, while I was off camera, I went and, let's just fly over here. Off camera, actually on a stream. I did a live stream. Well, no, I did this before the stream. My brain is all backwards. So I took these wool blocks, and I made a path out of these wool blocks. You can see them down right there, and right there, and right there. I made a path, and I regenerated all this, too. See? Yeah, very nice. So I made a path that goes from here in the human kingdom all the way down there to the Valley of Patrons. And it's about 1,000 blocks away. So the reason why I wanted to do a little bit of experimenting with regeneration of these chunks is because in the algorithm that I had created, like you can see the difference right here. See how the swamp terrain underneath the water was a little bit lower in my algorithm. But all the other biomes, the mountain biomes especially, but everything else would generate on these hills, but the plains area was still relatively flat, which is nice. It's a really cool algorithm. So if you're in 1.14 or 1.12 and you're interested in knowing how to do this, I made a tutorial on the algorithm. So I'll put a link to that in the description below, as well as one right here. Beep. So you can click that if you're interested. But that's how I got these really cool sort of majestic hills and mountains forming in my world. Now, some of them are a little janky, like this one. You got to fix them with World Edit, but, you know, it's not that big of a deal. But a lot of the... Oh, I need to fix this right here. Yeah, check this out. So I can just go, like, right here. We'll go chunk, regen, and wait for it. Boom! There it is. See? And so now I need to regen this one because there's obviously a tree here too. So if we go chunk, regen, we'll do this one. There we go. See? So with default generation, there's more land and less water. So when I was laying down all these wool blocks, I realize that I'm going to have to make a whole bunch of bridges going over all this water. But if I regenerate the chunks, I won't have to do that so much because, you know, I mean, there's land poking up above the water, so it'll be a lot easier to make this path because there's a lot of swamp that I have to cross when I make the path. I won't go all the way down there right now. It's far. It's about 100 blocks or 1,000 blocks away. More than 1,000 blocks, actually. So yeah, that's what I've been doing off camera. I need to regenerate all the chunks in here too, which I'll do in between episodes. I'm not going to do it right now. I want to show you what I've done here inside the castle. I started building what do I call it? Sort of the landmass that the keep is going to go on. So if we go inside the castle here, we'll go through this vinger. I love walking through this thing. This thing is so cool. This is like a kill zone. If you're trying to take over this castle, it's pretty much impossible. You will die because there are portcullises and drawbridges and yeah, I mean, it's a death trap in here getting up into the castle. But once we make our way here, first thing, I added these 2 towers here, which are not complete. These are just preliminary shapes. I haven't gone and added roofs to them or anything like that. There isn't even a door here yet, which I'm going to be building. Now, the doors in these castles, you want them to open outward. And the reason why they open outward is because if somebody brings a battering ram up in here, which is going to be incredibly difficult, considering the fact that they have to make their way through this entire Zvinger with a battering ram. I mean, come on. This place is very heavily fortified. But you want the door to be swinging outward. That way, if they have a battering ram, they have to, the hinges aren't going to make it any easier on them, you know? So I'll probably have a door here and then another big portcullis right here. No drawbridge on this door, on this gate, because there really isn't enough room out here in this area. So it'll just be a door and a portcullis in between these 2 towers. And I think out here inside this part of this vinger is kind of like a little bailey. So I might even have like a few little shops, you know, that people posted up, like little, you know, caravan shops or whatever, little tiny market stalls that are mobile, like mobile market stalls, like a little wagon or something that somebody brought some goods and stuff, and they'll just post up there in the Zvinger. Maybe they didn't get access to the entire castle or something. I don't know. But look at this. This is what I did off camera. This is a huge landmass that, or hill, I should say. And this is where the keep is going to go. And I have this cool little formation here. So we'll have this path. There'll be like a couple guards down here, right? And they check you out, make sure you're legit, and then you make your way up this path, going up this way. And then you come into the castle right here. And then all of this is going to be the keep. I said castle before, I meant keep. This whole thing is the castle, but this is going to be the keep. And I really like the way this cliff is right here. This cliff came out so cool. Like, look at it from down here, okay? And imagine the top of this, there's a big tower. I'm going to put a donjon right up here, going way up, almost to build height. Well, maybe not that high. I don't know. We'll see. But the keep is going to be very tall. It's going to be fantasy scale. Fantasy castle scale. But historically accurate as far as its design goes. So, yeah. So that's what I've been doing in between episodes. And I am super thrilled to get going on building this keep. So, I think that's pretty much getting y'all up to date on everything. I don't think there's anything else. I still need to put a roof on this right here. Oh, I also raised this level. I forgot to talk about this. I raised this level up. So this is now the same elevation as this rampart right here. And in this area, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a barracks in here. Okay, as well as that center tower there is also going to be a barracks. Okay, so there's 1, 2 barracks. Okay, and this is a really good spot for it. I couldn't really figure out what I wanted to do in this little bailey here, sort of a mini bailey. I was thinking about either like a cathedral or maybe residential or something like that. And MOC in my stream said, you know, why don't you put a barracks there? And I wasn't considering that originally because that's going to be a barracks. But then I was like, you know what? I could totally have 2 barracks. It's a big castle. And this is a perfect spot for it because it's right here. It's right here next to the Zwinger. It's like perfect spot for a barracks. So this is going to be sort of a military district. It's going to have like a training facility, training grounds, barracks. Yeah, that's what this area is going to be here. This area up here, I think, is where the cathedral is going to go, although it's shaped a little weird. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that, considering the funky shape of this area. I might just make this residential here, and then maybe put a cathedral over here on this side. I don't know. Different things to think about. But anyway, yeah, so now we're up to date. Now you know everything that I have done off camera, and I'm gonna get to work on this keep. So, I got a lot to work out. Okay, I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, I got a lot more done than I thought I was gonna get done. I mean, I didn't finish the keep, obviously. That's gonna take a very long time. Several episodes. But check this out. When you come in here from the Zwinger, look, there's a wall here. And what this wall oh, where's my lag spiking? Look at this. There's a wall here. So I decided to separate that area into another bailey, and I raised the elevation of it pretty uniformly. There's a little bit of a step here, and look at this. That's the way up to the castle. I changed my mind on the way I had it before, because I didn't want to go into the castle and go around the entire place, and then I'll show you why. When we come up here, we get access to the top of this, so we can get in here on these crenellations and, you know, battle in case anybody storms the castle and happens to make their way through the Zwinger. I didn't want to enter the castle from the side. I wanted to enter it from here, just because I think a front entrance is just going to look cooler, you know, from down there and whatnot. So this is the way up, and check it out. I'm going to have 2 giant towers here. I haven't built anything up higher than that, other than the door or the gate. So we come up in here, we have our little drawbridge right here, and I still haven't done my stripped oak, or any stripped logs in my texture pack, so bear with me, this is still default. I really want to do my iron because I'd like to have some black, sort of cast iron buckles going around this instead of the wood. I think that'll look way cooler, but for now, I'm doing that because I still have default iron. My default iron is white and ugly, and it doesn't look like iron at all. So, yeah, check it out. We have the walls of the castle starting. Now, this level here that I'm oh, where's my lag spiking? This level here I'm standing on is going to be the main floor of the castle. Everything down here is going to be storage, and like there's going to be an armory down here and like storage down here. Okay. Over here is the entrance to the sort of servants' quarters. So if you work in the castle, this is your entrance, and I'm going to use this little ramp that I designed as a way for the servants to come over here to their entrance. And this is going to be mildly fortified as well, but it's a small entrance, so it's pretty easy to defend. I might have, I'll probably have like a tiny drawbridge or something like that, a little pit there, you know, just, I don't know. That's not going to be that big of a deal. So yeah, this is all going to be, it's going to feel like this area is underground because really this is the main floor. This is where you're going to have your, you know, your like living rooms and stuff like that. There's going to be some sleeping quarters here. There's going to be public areas, forums, stuff like that, and it's going to go up, and there's going to be more and more rooms as we go up. So I sort of blocked off the rooms over here in the serving quarters. This room here is going to be sort of the entrance room, and this is where the wenches are going to be for the drawbridge, if I end up putting a little drawbridge there. I may not, I don't know, we'll see. But I added the tower here, or the foundation of the tower. I didn't finish blending it in down here. You know what? Let's do that right now, just so it looks better. That's gonna bug me if that doesn't. There we go. Yeah, let's do this real quick, so you guys can see how it is going to look blended with the mountainside a little better. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, like that. Oh. How's that? Yeah, see? Yeah. So up there, this tower is going to go way up there. That's going to be probably the tallest tower in the castle. And I need to do that too. I'm not going to do it now, though. Oh, pardon me. This tower right here is also going to be another donjon. So this one's going to be really tall as well. And then probably in this area, we're going to have a throne room, ballroom, all the, food stuff like eating areas and things like that. This will be sort of like public guest areas and stuff like that. I still need to dig down underneath because I need to build under the ground here. I need to build the undercroft, okay, which is where we're gonna have the treasury down in there. We're gonna have the dungeon down in there, or the bad people who get caught. They're going to be down there. There's going to be a not sanitation, but a septic system that I got to build in there. I mean, everything. We're going to have bathrooms in here. It's going to be legit. This is going to be a livable place. Got to have a bathroom. So, yeah. Oh, I'm super thrilled. It is looking so good. Oh, let's look at it from back here. Check this out. See? Oh, that's so good. I need to redo this. I don't want this to be grass. I want this to be like that. And for now, it's all just stone brick. I'm not really concerned with texture right now. I'm just concerned with shape at this point. So yeah, it's all stone brick, and it's pretty boring. But don't worry. I'm gonna fix it up. These flat walls are mostly gonna be cobble. I'm gonna sort of emulate what I did on the walls around the castle, where the towers and the bastions are gonna be stone brick, and the main walls are gonna be cobble. I'm gonna do the same sort of thing all around the castle. So like this wall here would be cobble, this would all be cobble, and these towers here are all going to be stone brick. And I'll have a little bit of variation in there as well. We'll put some mossy in there. We'll put a little bit of cracked here and there, just to sort of give it a little bit more definition and stuff like that. Man, oh, this is going to be so cool. So I'm looking at it from here and I'm seeing two main buildings. Like this is all one building, right? But there's going to be a building sort of here, right? This is going to be one building. And then over here is going to be another building, okay? And then they're going to be connected here with this stairwell. And then this is going to be a giant tower, and that's going to be a giant tower as well. So I need to figure out how many floors I'm going to have. I want to have many. And each floor is going to be, what is this? I think it's like 5 blocks high or something like that. Let's see, what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 blocks. And then the 6th block is the floor. So 6 blocks altogether for each floor, which means if I have 6 floors, it's going to be 36 blocks high. Oh man, this is cool. I really like it. Anyway, I think that's about all the time I have for building in this episode. I hope you guys enjoy it so far. I really like this wall here. I think this is a great idea, because then even if somebody gets in here, even if somebody breaches the castle, I mean, they still have to deal with fortifications inside. Oh, it's so good. And we have a portcullis here, so they can't even get into that bailey. You know, man. Oh, I want to put a wall here too. But yeah, anyway, in the next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with me and checking out the build. And if you liked it, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you guys in the next episode. And until that time, be excellent to each other, and farewell.